Hey everybody, Dr. Kramer here with Kramer Chiropractic, Livonia Spine and Injury. And today's top tip is how to be less vulnerable in today's day and age. So over the next few weeks, I'm going to share with you information that I've learned from myself, my family, my patients. And if you like, I'm going to give it to you. And I'm going to give you some resources to how to be less vulnerable. That's right, less vulnerable. So today, this is part one, is understanding what I call the health equation. That's right, health is nothing more than algebra. Go back to school. So we have a little equation here. We have a scale. On one side of the scale, we have virulence and amount. So in other words, virulence is how strong is a bacteria, how strong is a virus. Okay. On the other side of the scale, we have host resistance. All right, so lately, what have we mostly heard? Has anyone ever talked about, hey, we need to get healthy as a nation? No, we really hear about is wear a mask, social distances, quarantine. And I'm not going to say good or bad, but things like social distancing, wearing a mask, deal with the amount of virus. And I guess that could be a good thing. Obviously, exposed to a few viruses is better than a huge amount, right? So all of those things can lower the amount of the virus. There's not much we're going to do that I know of that's going to change how strong the virus is. It is what it is. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about amount. What could you do besides social distance? What could you do besides wear a mask and stay indoors? Well, here's a simple thing you could do. There's some research, and if you look at Mercola.com, they talk about things like nasal irrigation. So if you think you've been in an area where you've been exposed a lot, it's probably not a bad idea to do some nasal irrigation, things like Neti Pot, or you can get a more robust one online if you Google nasal irrigation. That kind of cleans out your sinuses so that it doesn't collect, so your body has less to fight, okay? So all of these things are emphasized on the amount. But the biggest factor that I feel for me and my family, the biggest factor that I recommend for my children, the biggest factor that I've read that determines who has no response, a mild response, or a catastrophic response is the host. How strong is your immune system? And so I'm going to be sharing with you information over the next few visits. So where did I get my information from? Number one, I like Mercola.com. Number two, I like the Institute for Functional Medicine. I like Biotics Research Corporation. I like Metagenics Research Corporation. And I really like Deflame. So if you Google some of these, or many of these have a Facebook link, they all say very similar things, okay? We're all seeing some similar things, and we'll talk about vitamin D, we'll talk about blood sugar, we'll talk about obesity, but there's a lot I believe you can do to make yourself less vulnerable. So, if you're watching this on Facebook, do me a favor, like it and share it. If you're seeing this on YouTube, you know what to do. Click the subscribe. We're always updating on channel. Look forward to our next video, and I'll be able to share with you some details, some more detailed strategies that you can do to make yourself less vulnerable. If you want help now, give us a call. We can talk about doing a nutritional workup using blood chemistry to test exactly where you stand and how your lifestyle, your diet, your nutritional supplementation program is actually working for you. Have a great day. I'll see you on the next visit.